Hello again, everybody. This is Derek, and I am coming back at you with another Wargaming and miniature video. Now, in today's video, we're going to continue on with our construction and painting of our Sarissa buildings for our Napoleonic project. I've decided to break these videos down into parts. Part one was just an overview of what I was planning on doing. And now we're going into each individual part, which is each building. Each building is going to get its own part in assembly. All right, so let's take a look. What we're going to be putting together in this video is the Old Europe 15 millimeter cottage. This looks like it's going to be a very easy one to put together. Now, I've primed these panels here with a khaki, and I primed these here with a green. Now, I don't really need to follow these instructions, but I'm going to for the sake of the video. Now, number one says glue the end gable walls to the back and front walls, and then glue them to the floor. Okay. These are going to be glued in just like that. And I'm using Gorilla Clear Grip contact cement. It will dry clear. What I'm doing is I'm putting a little bit of the glue along the back edge of the wall, but also into the little brick holes there. Wiping off any excess. Okay. Now the floor has a porch. You don't want, or I should say, you do want to make sure you put well, okay. I'm glad I looked at this. I put this on upside down. These pins here are supposed to go into the floor. The door here is on the bottom, and I put the end gables on upside down. Wow. Okay. But I can fix that. Simple enough. I mean, the side walls have a brick lining at the bottom, and so do these walls. I should have looked at that when I was putting it together. But now with this door right here, you want to make sure you put that door over that gable. I'm sorry, that porch. Okay. And by putting it down onto this foundation, it will cause your cottage to square up, to be at a right angle instead of it being a little off canter. Now it basically brings it to perfect. Squeezing everything, squeezing all the glue out the sides, tightening everything up, wiping off any of the excess. Now you can use white glue, Elmer's. You could even use super glue if you want. I've just decided to use Gorilla Clear Grip. Okay, there's the first part. Then on the next step it says glue the roof panels to the roof supports. These are the roof panels, and these are the roof supports. And understand that in the diagram, the cut is at the top, which would match with those. Yep. Wait, what? Okay. Now the roof should have a little bit of an overlap right there. This only goes up halfway, or there's a row there that this roof blends into. Now, when I get to painting this roof, because this green is only really just a primer, a sealant, I'm going to have to touch these specifically to make sure that I get them and the edge here to make sure that the colorization looks good. Now, this is a removable roof. This roof just sits on there like that, where you can pull this off and put figures inside. Now, finally, there is a chimney right here that will be glued into this little hole there. Glue the chimney side panels to the center stack, and then glue the assembly to the roof. And it says loose fit or glue the roof into position. Well, I plan to loose fit it, because you never know when you play a skirmish game where you might want figures on the inside. Okay, now, if you ever come across some flash, or some, I should say, some burrs from when you disconnected it from the screw, just trim that off. Okay. Okay, I'm going to glue the two sides on, but they're not perfectly lined up. Right, so let's use the table to line up the back. And then let's use the chimney cap to line up the top. Okay, this chimney cap is a really tight fit. Okay, so we got the chimney cap on there. We got these two side panels, which are sliding around because there's no real way to, they don't have anything to clip in. Right. Okay, try to make everything look straight and even. Both sides. And then let's snap that into the roof. There you go, and you got your chimney. Okay, we got our roof, we got our chimney, we got our cottage here. And this guy will just loose fit on the top there. And then you were able to put, if you were playing a skirmish game, you could put figures inside. I could use that. I could probably put like a Flames of War base in there. That would fit. Maybe a couple of my Napoleonic bases could fit inside there. But I'm not too concerned in my Napoleonic game for opening the roof because I'm putting this into a town sector. And the size of this building is just over 60 millimeters, right? So that's perfect for my 80 millimeter town sectors. And then the width, if you count the porch, you're looking at 40 for the body and then an extra 8 or so for the porch. Yeah, so if I put that on an 80 by 80 town sector, it's going to fit just perfect right in the center. If I put it on one of my long town sectors, those are 60 millimeters wide. So, yeah, there's more than enough room to kind of set that inside of the town sector. Okay, so that building is done. I'm going to set it off to the side, let it dry, and then we'll start painting it in another part of this series. Come back to watch the next video in the series where I assemble another one of the buildings. All right, I'll catch you in the next one.